In this screencast, I'm going to walk you through Blackboard for a course for this summer. When you first log into Blackboard, this is the first page you come to. As most of you have noticed, if you've taken a class at CWI before, Blackboard does look a little bit different. We did just switch to a newer version, so a couple things are in different places. Here's the announcement screen. If you want to get back to announcements, announcements is now no longer at the very top over here in your navigation pane. It's now down here just a little bit towards the bottom. So if you want to get back and see any of the announcements, the newest announcement will always show up on top, and you will always receive an email every time I do send out an announcement. I tend to send out an announcement at least once a week, if not twice if there are several things going on or if students are having issues, so please watch for that. Those will always show up in order right here. Over here on the left, student resources. This is a little bit different than it was before. You saw this usually at the bottom of this navigation pane. Now it's at the top. So here's where you can find information about Blackboard. Here's tutoring and study labs. And there is tutoring available for this course. It runs alongside with CISA 101. So sometimes if you go into the lab, just talk to them about the computers and they will get you set up. So if you do need help, tutoring is available for you. Here's the information technology page, one stop. Here's also where you can find all the information about the library. You do have a research paper in this class, and the library is an excellent, excellent place to go. So that is available to you. Here is also the Writing Center, once again with your research paper. They are here to help. They are free to use. They will help you check your paper, write a thesis statement, a whole bunch of things. But here's where you can get a hold of them. And I highly, highly recommend using their services. There's also links to the bookstore and several other things down here as well. And here's also the Blackboard user guide, and so you can look through all of that information. So that's where you can find all of the different kind of resources available to you from the college itself. Next down here we have faculty information. Here is all of my information. Here's my email address. My office is at the Nampa campus, but I am in the Aspen Creek multi-purpose building. So I'm in that brand new building right behind the classroom building off of Birch. And if you need to get a hold of me, just let me know. I am planning to be in the office in the summers on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 5. So if you need to get in touch with me and meet with me one-on-one, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know. This part of the navigation under assignments, that's where you are going to spend most of your time. And let's just go in there really quick. Now, I do have edit mode on, so you're going to be able to see everything. You won't be able to see all this right now, but towards the end of the course, you'll see everything. But up at the top here, we'll have projects. So any kind of projects that we have will show up under this heading right here. So here's all of the information for the research paper that you're going to have. And if you click into here, this is actually a folder. These are all your due dates and what's due. But if you go into the research paper, once again, here's the due dates. Here's a Voki I've created that you can listen to about the research paper. Okay, so here's that Voki that you can see and you can listen to. And then also down here I have all the information about the research paper. So here are the instructions for the research paper. Here is a list of topics for you to choose from. You do not have to choose from this list, but you can if you choose to. And then here's an example outline. Now these are all coming from SkyDrive. We have switched over to SkyDrive on campus. So what you can do is if you want to see this in full screen, you can just click over here on the right hand side. And that will allow you to open it up so you can read the document completely. And then from here you can also download that document if you need to. You can download straight from right here as well. You can also print right here. So on all of these documents that you see that look like this, you can do that. In navigating through Blackboard, it is really nice to just kind of come up here to the top. You'll see an address bar that will show up along here as you get deeper and deeper into things. So I'm just going to click on back to the assignments page. And if we scroll to the very bottom here, we're working in week 1 and 2. We're working on computer basics in Word. You'll see week 2 show up next week. But here's week 1. This is what you should be able to see right now. And here's everything that's due for this week, when it's due. Make sure you pay attention to the midweek deadlines. Those show up and they'll be on the schedule as well. This is identical to that schedule, so keep that schedule in front of you. Check off the things as you go. Make sure you don't miss anything. If we click into week 1, here's where you found this video, so you did get that far. And so you can click into each of these folders to get what it is that you need in each of the content and the deliverables. So once we get into Excel, there'll be less extra things this week. There's a whole bunch of extra things that you have to get through just to get familiar with the course. In content, you'll always find the PowerPoints, the textbook information, and then any videos that go along with that. I tend to use GCF Learn Free. Their videos off of YouTube, they're an excellent resource, and I'll show you where you can go directly to their website here in just a little bit. So you're going to spend a lot of time looking in assignments. Let's go back to week 1 really quick. And under deliverables is where you'll find extra instructions. So for this week, you're going to learn how to do grader projects. Make sure you look through this. Make sure you watch this walkthrough. Grader projects can be very complicated. So anytime there are extra instructions, make sure you're looking at a deliverables folder and follow that precisely. Now you'll see these banners show up. We are working at 2 systems, in my IT lab and in Blackboard. So make sure you pay attention to where things need to be submitted and where things get completed. And once again, that is all on the schedule as well, and I try to lay that out as clearly as possible for you. Over on the left here, once again, underneath assignments, we have the syllabus and the schedule. We have actually 4. There's the institutional syllabus that CWI puts out, and I don't touch that, so you can look through that. It has to do with all the college stuff. Then here's my syllabus and my schedule to go along with that. So make sure you look through those, make sure you watch the videos on those, make sure you're very familiar this week with everything that's going to be happening with the class. And then there's also an institutional online syllabus that's down there as well. So make sure you go through all of those. At the end of the semester, the course evaluation link will show up so that you can evaluate this class and answer a few questions. I do appreciate your feedback, and I do like to make changes when needed, and you can always give me feedback during the semester as well. Here are class resources. So these are a few things that I've put together for you. Here's that gcflearnfree.org website that I was telling you about. This is a great place to find extra videos on how to do things. It also has tutorials and walkthroughs. If you just want some more help with some things, this is a great website, and everything about it is free. Down here at the bottom, I have posted the summer computer lab hours for each of the campuses for Nampa, Ada. This is the Micron Center over by Walmart, and then Canyon County Center. These are all available to you and open to you. I do not accept late work. I realize things happen. I realize computers break. You have 9 days to complete your assignments in all cases. That should be plenty of time to bypass any of these technological issues you may have. Please do not wait until the last minute. Don't wait till Sunday night at 10 o'clock to do your homework, because if something breaks, you're out of luck. So you can always come down to any of our labs. They do have Office 2010 on them, and you should be able to get into any of them, and all of the software should work on all of the campus computers. I also have quick reference sheets right here. This is actually a folder. If we open it up, you'll see that we have, these are just 2-page or a front and back page quick reference guide for each of Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint that I found from this custom guide online learning. They're just kind of a nice resource to have available to you if you want to keep that handy. Over here we also have the discussion board. Now in the discussion board, we'll actually use this quite a bit. If you have a question and you feel like probably other people in the class have it, just go to this Ask the Instructor forum and ask me a question there. I will be checking that frequently and often, and that way either other students can respond back or I can respond back, just depending. As we move into our research paper project, we are going to use this research paper discussion board quite a bit. You're going to use it to post your topic, you're going to post your rough draft there, your proof there, a lot of different things we're going to use this discussion board for. Now if you have specific questions about Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint as we go through those different programs, go ahead and post them here, especially if it's specific, maybe on a grader project you can't figure out how something is working. This is a great place to post that question. Either I can answer it or other students in the class can answer it if they have already figured it out. So make sure you utilize the discussion board. It's there to make our class run just a little bit more smoothly. Now just underneath the discussion board we also have groups. There are a few things you're going to do in your groups. This first week you have a introduction blog and you are going to do that in your group. You should only see one group. I am part of all the groups in our class. But if you go into your group, you should be able to see the people in your group as well as the different kind of activities that you can do here. So for the group blog, you're actually going to click here and then go from there. Now over here on the left we have my grades. I am going to tell you, do not check your grades in Blackboard. Things will show up there from time to time, especially the quizzes that are done in Blackboard this week, the general technology exam. A few things will show up there. Your full grades will be constantly and completely 100% updated all the time. You will always know where you're at in the class, but you will want to use the gradebook that is in my IT lab. That's where I keep everything. That's where the majority of our assignments will be. Your grades will get moved over into Blackboard towards the end of the semester, but while we're going along, make sure you're checking the gradebook in my IT lab, not in Blackboard. Then we also have the tools folder that has a variety of things in here. Now, the one thing you might use this especially for is for sending emails. You can send emails to anyone in the class, including me, through this link, so you're always welcome to use that. This control panel down here is just for me. You shouldn't be seeing that at all. So here, that concludes our Blackboard screencast and our walkthrough of Blackboard. Go ahead and take the quiz. Make sure you watch that little quick video on how to do a hotspots quiz if you never have before. And once again, please make sure you do not use Internet Explorer to take that quiz. It will not work and I'll have to reset it, and I hate doing that. So please make sure you use Firefox. Chrome works most of the time as well. Thank you.